Hello. You here to pay your respects too? It commemorates the Battle of Hoover Dam. The Rangers lured the best of Caesar's Legion into Boulder City, then blew the whole town up. The NCR still lost a bunch of troops in the fighting, though. My older brother sacrificed himself so they could evacuate some of the wounded. Don't worry about it. Camp McCarran, but I'm on leave at the moment, heading back to California to see my folks. I'm supposed to join up with a caravan that's heading that way up at the 188, but they're not due to arrive for a while yet. Bye.
A customer. Not many people come into Boulder City these days. What can I get you? Give me a shot. Most of the town is rubble, destroyed during the Battle of Hoover Dam. And the only other thing around here is the concrete mixing yard. The NCR has been constructing bunkers up and down the river. From what I've heard, it's a little late for that. Travelers over at the 188, just up the road, said that the Legion has overrun a couple of towns to the south. Most of the limestone comes from Quarry Junction out west, but I hear some deathclaws overran the quarry. With no work to be had, all the workers around here have wandered off. I'm the only one left in town. Come back real soon.
What is it?
I was in a lot of places with First Recon. I don't really remember. That part of my life's over now, and so is his discussion. He was a good spotter. Yeah, we were. No. Sure. First NCR Recon. It's a sniper battalion. Sees a lot of action. They moved us around a lot. I was stationed at Camp Golf for a while. Last I heard, they're at Camp McCarran. They pick you out if you do well at the firing range. Pays a little better, so I said okay. Yeah, you could tell by the patch. Bear skull with crossed rifles behind it. Slogan underneath. The last thing you never see. Pretty accurate. And so are we. Was an airport before the war. Command liked it because it was already fortified, and it let them keep an eye on the strip. They've got an old monorail that still runs between them. Used mostly for supplies and deployment. But if you get leave, you're allowed to go gamble. Was General Oliver's post. But I heard he's been up at the dam a lot lately. Guessing Colonel Shu is running it. Didn't know him. He's a signature on my discharge papers. Wasn't real popular, though. Even overheard my CO complain about him once. General Wait and See, he called him. Yeah, he introduced himself to me once. I shook his hand. Doubt he remembered me now, though. When he looked at you, you could see he understood. After some of the things we'd seen, that meant something. But I heard he'd be a general right now if Oliver didn't know the president. The big one. The one the NCR is trying to hold on to, that the Legion's pushing for. Whole war depends on holding it. It was on the front line for a while. Only resort in New Vegas no one wanted to get sent to. Doesn't have that kind of importance anymore, though. They pulled most of the troops out of there after we took the Hoover Dam. All right. You got no right asking me that. Drop it. You don't know what you're asking. Just let it go for now. The Legion's the only thing I want on my mind right now. Okay. It's NCR land for the most part. We tamed it. Now we're settling it. A lot of people complain about it, but they forget what it was like before we showed up. It's a lot of territory to secure. Too much, even for a big army like the NCR's. Okay. Coming east was about securing the land so people could live without fear. It's not always that simple, but I think the cause is still right. And God help us if they lose. Okay. Yeah, lots of thoughts. All about the best ways to kill them. If you want, it's not really my thing. What do you want to know? Give me a rifle and a clear line of sight, and I'll start picking them off before they've even seen me. Didn't have much hand-to-hand training, so our chances are better if you keep the enemy out of my face. I'm trained as a spotter, too. If you're looking through a scope, I can find your targets for you. Sure. No. Carla's dead. That's all you need to know. Yeah.
We've got a situation with some great cons right now. The brass at McCarran has ordered me to lock down the ruins until it's been resolved. One of my patrols was on its way back from Novak when it came under fire from the great cons. They radioed for reinforcements, but instead of waiting for us, they chased the cons into the ruins where they were caught in a crossfire. No deaths, but not all the squad got out. The cons have Private Ackerman and Private Gilbert as hostages. Once the Great Khans have been killed or captured, you're welcome to retrieve any property they've taken from you. Acceptable casualties, I've been told. I don't like it, but the brass has their reasons. Normally I'd turn you down since I have no idea who you are, but considering that the hostages are as good as dead when we attack. All right, I'm going to give you a chance to talk to the Great Khans. Their leader is a man named Jessup. If we hear shooting, we'll be coming in, but it'll probably be too late for you. Good luck. I really don't have time to chatter right now. Shoot. It's one of the biggest sources of electrical power in the region, so the NCR's fortified the place pretty heavily. When President Kimball shows up on his inspection tour, I'm sure he'll be confident that the dam's safe and secure. Destroyed during the Battle of Hoover Dam a couple years ago, the town was set up as a trap for Caesar's Legion. The sharpshooters and the Rangers picked off the Legion's veterans from a distance, and the rest of the Legion just rushed on in. Then boom. Camp McCarran is the headquarters for the NCR military in this region. It occupies the old airport next to New Vegas. It's probably just a political thing. You know, give a few speeches, shake hands with the troops, boost morale. They're an outlaw group primarily trafficking in drugs and other contraband. They usually stay out of NCR territory, though. All right. Ma'am?
Beats going up against the Legion.
Beats going up against the Legion.
Evening. Fuck Benny. We'll make him pay for stabbing us in the back. Man, I'm sick of this place. Can't wait to get back to Red Rock. Fuck Benny. We'll make him pay for stabbing us in the back.
What the hell? You're that courier Benny wasted back in Good Springs. You're supposed to be dead. Yeah, about that. Don't have it. Benny stole it right before he stabbed us in the back. He's probably back at the strip by now, laughing at me. Yeah? On what? He's one of the chairmen, big shots that run the Tops Casino in New Vegas. A friend from the city contacted me with info on a big job. I should have known that the caps were too good to be true, but there was still no way I could pass up the chance. It's just a big fancy poker chip as far as I know. Don't know why anyone would make one out of platinum, though. He's a snake, that's why. He owed us the rest of the pay for the job, so maybe he didn't want to pay up. Fine. What's to negotiate? The NCR backs off, we walk out of here, nobody gets hurt. And face NCR justice? No thanks. I'd rather not spend the next 10 years doing hard labor. We'd try to bribe our way out, but seeing as how Benny didn't pay us yet, that won't happen. Fine. I'm not afraid of a gunfight, but I'd rather get back to Red Rock without a few extra holes in me if I can help it. Yeah, go on.
Hope the NCR doesn't send reinforcements from the dam. Fuck Benny. We'll make him pay for stabbing us in the back.
getting real tired of talking. Yeah,
Hey.
Man, I thought I was... Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
This rubble is slippery. Watch your step.
Thanks for the rescue.
Fancy meeting you here, friend. Just rolling along on my spurs. Looks like I just might make it to New Vegas after all. Yep. Guess it's just down to you and Fancy Pants. I wouldn't worry about him. He looks all hat and no cattle, if you ask me. Fancy Pants? No, I ain't seen hide and hair of him since the tussle in Good Springs. I'm sure he ran back to the soft living of New Vegas, though. Yep, but this is getting mighty embarrassing. People gonna start to talk. Look me up when you get to New Vegas. I'll buy the first round.
Fine by me.
I've still got guns and ammo.
Going home.
Fine by me.
I've still got guns and ammo.
Still making a nuisance of yourself? Take a look. Give me a shout if you need anything.
company. You're mine. Empty. Guess we made it. Can't run from me. Eat this. Fine by me.
afraid you're not gonna find much help here. We've got our hands full as it is.
Maybe it's my time.
I'm afraid you're not gonna find much help here. We've got our hands full as it is.
Hello? I didn't expect to see you here. What can I do for you? The Legion has been hitting us pretty hard lately. Lots of casualties, not many people I can save. Men have waged war on each other for countless centuries. Now is no different. People fight and die for what they believe in. I'm just here to patch them up so they can go on their merry way. Do no harm in all that. Sometimes it does feel that way. I feel like a mortician than a doctor. Often I just don't have the resources to handle the number of injuries here. To make things worse, I think someone might be stealing my supplies. The simple fact that I no longer have as many supplies as I should. I've been careful with them and I should have more than what remains. Unfortunately, I don't have time to go searching for the missing supplies since I have my hands full with injured soldiers. I store a variety of drugs here, but it looks like my supply of Hydra is diminishing rather quickly. Locked in a cabinet here in the medical tent. I'm around most of the time, but I can't keep a constant watch on them. I remember coming in one morning and noticing my supplies were lower than they should have been. I thought it might have been a mistake, but another morning I noticed the same thing. The camp is pretty dead at night, especially at 0200 hours when the guard shift changes. That'd be a good place to start looking. That would definitely be appreciated. You might want to ask around and keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Unless it's urgent, you're going to have to wait. If it's gravely important, save me the trouble and empty your pockets now. What would you like to know? I used to be a doctor back in California, but a few years back I got suckered into doing military work because it was my patriotic duty. Back then, I, like many idealistic men before me, thought it was a great idea and was excited about making the world a better place with the NCR. Now I just want to get back home. I've had enough fighting and fixing up soldiers just to send them right back out to die to last a lifetime. Until we meet again.
I'm afraid you're not gonna find much help here. We've got our hands full. Better move along. There's not much for you here. We are so fucked here. How can we ever hope to fight off the entire Legion? It's been a long tour. All I can think about now is going back home. I hear we got reinforced by the troops that were in Boulder City. It's good to have some extra support around here.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Stay out of trouble. We have enough problems here as it is.
Better move along. There's not much for you here.
Yeah? We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can
The Great Khans can go, just as we agreed. Shoot. Ma'am?
Glad you're with us. More reinforcements are in from Prim. Damn glad to have those guys here.
The Legion is using our dead troops as booby traps. I'd think twice before rushing to someone's aid.
Hello. Look who we have here. Always nice to see a friend of the NCR. What can I do for you? I've been placed in charge of morale. It's difficult trying to keep spirits up with the Legion nearby. In fact, there's more hope in wrangling Brahmin with my grandmother's stocking than inspiring these troopers. It's a long story. Let's just say whiskey makes you do strange things to impress a girl. But it also leads to some of my best competition ideas. Want to hear one? Great. Since the camp is threatened by Legion, I propose a hunt. Kill any you encounter and bring me the Legion's ear as proof. You get it? Legion ear? Yeah, it was bad. I'll leave the comedy alone. So how about it? Great. Don't be surprised if you're already last when you return. If I'm right, the troopers will use any excuse to slaughter Legion's scum. Can I help you with anything else? Oh man, awesome! The competition is still going strong. Keep it up. Hey there, the name's Sexton. Private James Sexton. Welcome to Forlorn Hope. Lower than a feral ghoul's IQ. About the shortage of Hydra, right? We all have our own ways to deal with this place. Me, I sometimes walk at night. Calms the nerves. I think Private Stone does the same thing. I sometimes see him wandering around the camp. Oh, he seems to need more time to himself. His cot's still empty when I return after midnight. Did you need anything else? See you later.
I heard Quartermaster Mays sent some guys out for supplies, and they never came back. I wonder if they just ran off instead.
The Legion is using our dead troops as booby traps. I've heard of you. Did you figure on coming out here and helping us lowly troopers out? My problem is we're all going to die. We're out of food, we're out of men, and we're out of time. The Legion is right outside waiting to kill us all. Today, tomorrow, it doesn't matter. We're all going to die here. So why don't you just leave me alone? You kidding me, man? How are things? They're all fucked up, that's how things are. Everyone is either starving or dying out here, left out to dry by the rest of the NCR. Fuck this place. I'd rather be anywhere else but here. I do what now? I mean, yeah, I sometimes need to stretch my legs. Helps me, think. I don't care what you believe. Now, unless there's something else, why don't you just buzz off? Missing medical supplies? No, I don't know anything about that. Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, whatever. We're all gonna die out here. They're out there right now waiting for us. Waiting to kill us. We're all fucked. What? Oh shit, how the fuck? Oh man, I'm in some deep shit now. Look, I can explain everything. Really, just give me a chance to explain. Have you looked around? Have you seen what's going on here? What we're going through? This place is hell. I've seen all my friends butchered by the Legion in front of my very eyes. I can still hear their screams at night. All I wanted was a little escape, so I took some drugs to help me do that. Is that so bad? I never thought about that. But look, I needed this. I needed to escape for just a little while. I needed this. So what happens now? What? You want me to turn myself in? Why the hell should I do that? Haven't you heard anything I've said? Don't you understand? Hey, maybe I can change your mind. I still have some drugs left over. They're all yours if you let me go. Fine. Be like that.
I hear we got reinforced by the troops that were in Boulder City. It's good to have some extra support around here.
I can't wait for General Oliver to get out here. He could turn this place around. I hear we got reinforced by the troops that were in Boulder City. It's good to have some extra...